So happy Saturday. I have a few things to share. I had done this video the other day about I was really discouraged. I was actually really discouraged because my play group had gotten canceled. And I ended up going I had to go to another visit, and I was driving, and all of a sudden this hawk just flew like right in front of my car. I was on the freeway, and this hawk like droops down, like flies right in front of my car. And I had shared that a lot of times I pay attention, especially to birds. And this one time I was driving, and I saw this hawk, and it was perched, and it had dropped something from above, and then all of a sudden I see this other hawk go over and grab what seemed like a piece of meat that the one hawk had dropped. And yesterday on National Geographic on my Instagram, I got this picture of this hawk, and that's what he looked like. And I didn't realize it until I actually got this developed, that he has a snake. He's got a snake, this bird. Anyway, I just thought that was so beautiful. I just think hawks are so beautiful. And then, so I had shared that my writing has been going better. Yesterday, I was just so excited because sometimes I get into these programs and I can't figure out how to do it. Like I need to like change the page number. Like I put this as page 1, and I need it to be page 2, not page 1. And I can't figure out how to change the pages. Like, I feel really certain that I should be able to do this, and then I'll like get a box, and like I can't, like, anyway, I'm just technically challenged. And yesterday I was so excited because I had figured some stuff out. But anyway, I was getting ready to leave this establishment in town, and this girl had asked me, so what do you do, and I, well, for money right now, I'm an early childhood educator, and then, but I come here to, to write. Well, what are you writing about? I'm like, well, I'm writing about a mystical experience that I had that, I've actually thought about presenting it in fiction because it's so crazy. And I'm telling her all of this, and then she goes, well, tell me one of your stories. Like, I want to hear. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I start sharing about the fact that there is no time as we think of time. Like, time is not linear like we think of time, and that there's all these dimensions, and there's all these possibilities and potentialities, and that something that I did not believe in before, but I actually experience it pretty regularly, is this idea that we do have parallel lives. We do have these parallel lives. It's so funny. And as I'm sitting there, and then I'm telling her this story, one of my stories about this like really mystical event that had taken place over the summer, one of a series. Like, there were so many, like sometimes when I forget, oh yeah, that happened too. But anyway, and as I'm talking to her, she's just like fading. She's just going to this place of utter like disbelief, and it sort of like cracks me up. It and I had shared with her, there are times where I wonder if at the time I wondered if I was dead or if I was in a coma and didn't know it. And she started laughing, but that still is, like, I still have those moments where I wonder, like, am I alive? But it still comes up pretty regularly, this idea of me being just really insane. And I think it's interesting, because there is the mystical. There are these experiences that do not fit into our idea of reality or possibility. And I had them, and they were real. They were as real as me sitting right here, and so I have to laugh. And I go around, I was at the farmer's market this morning, and I saw somebody that I feel is like really in the camp that this lady has really lost her mind, especially people who have known me for years, because I've lived here for about 20 years. And so it's like, wow, she just really went off her rocker. She just really went off her rocker, and it just sort of makes me laugh. But a thought that keeps coming to mind for me about this and everything else in my life, this and everything else, I keep thinking about the idea of soccer and the soccer player shooting at the goal. They have to keep shooting at the goal. You have to shoot at the goal to score. You have to just keep shooting at the goal, and eventually, by odds, it will go in. But you have to keep shooting. Anyway, and yesterday I had on my Instagram, I had seen this this quote by Eminem, and I just thought I was going to show you the picture. It's got that glare again that drives me crazy. This is Eminem. And he says, "The first time I grabbed a mic, I got booed. It was a very traumatic experience for me. I went home like, man, I quit. And then, maybe a couple of days later, a week later, an hour later, whatever it was, I don't know, I got the urge like, no, man, I got to get up, got to do it again." And we get booed, we get rejected, we get told that we're crazy. And then we just have to get up and do it again. And so here I am, just gonna keep at it. And one of these days, it's gonna go in the goal, and I'm gonna learn how to have it go in the goal more often than not. I'm gonna get really good at this. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.